Harness racing returns to Goulburn on Tuesday afternoon. They've got 9 races on the program. First event will go at 1 o'clock. Hi, my name is Greg Hayes and I'm here to try and find you a winner or two on the program. Now, we did find just the one winner last meeting, but we are still in profit after the 3 meetings back in this season for Goulburn. So fingers crossed we can keep that record going. Now, I've decided to go with the first few races and then we'll wait all until the last. But first of the good thing comes up in race 1. And it's a first starter. It's horse number 5 and it's called Real Temptation. Now, we don't have a video replay to show you of this horse. The horse has been trialling at Goulburn. Normally I like to throw up a replay to show you how well the horse has been racing leading into the event. However, this one has been trialling at Goulburn, so there's no video trials to show you. But Brad Hewitt would have had the option of going in the 2-year-old maiden at the meeting on Tuesday or going around against the older horses in this race, and he's decided to compete in the race against the older horses. Now, the horse is drawn in the middle of the front row. It has been trialling extremely well and has been beating horses that have won races already. So looks to have its fair share of ability from the trial results, and Brad Hewitt looks to have found himself another pretty handy one, and I think we can kick off with a good winner in the first, and that is in race 1, horse number 5, and that is Real Temptation. Going to go to the trot, race number 2, and the selection here is number 3, Rio Terra. Now, I did tip this at the last Goulburn meeting, and the horse finished second. Since then, the horse hasn't won a race, but has been so close and is really knocking on the door, banging down the door to get another victory against its name. Going to have a look at its last start. Now, on this occasion, went to Menangle. It's in the black and red colours. It's behind the leader. Showed good speed on this occasion, then took the sit on Chief Running Cloud. Turning for home, horse gets out. Steph Morris throws everything bar the kitchen sink at Rio Terra in the concluding stages and just can't catch up to Chief Running Cloud up the straight. But the horse had a pretty easy run of it in front, and I didn't mind Rio Terra's the way it attacked the line, and I think it can continue to improve off that. Look, he's no world beater, but he's always around the mark, and I think he's going to win one of these races. He obviously handles Goulburn pretty well. So that's in race 2, horse number 3, Rio Terra, especially if it can get a nice sit and get last crack at them again. Let's go to race number 3. So all the early tips, we go to race 3 and horse number 7. And this is Last Lexus. Now, this is another first starter. Now, this is the 2-year-old maiden, and this horse comes from the strong Paul Fitzpatrick stable. Paul doesn't mind coming down to Goulburn early on in their prep and giving them their first run here, whether it be first run of their career or first run of the campaign. And I think that this horse might have its fair share of ability as well. Going to go back and have a look at its most recent trial, and that was at Menangle. And on this occasion, took a sit on the back of one that we haven't seen at the races yet, and that is My Ultimate Diego. Now, My Ultimate Diego has had a couple of trials and has been quite impressive in those. And on this occasion, we see Last Lexus in those green and yellow colours just following along, and then comes to the outside in the straight. And Gavin Fitzpatrick doesn't ask the horse to extend too much, just giving the horse some education, and hits the line extremely well. Now, I do think there's going to be some improvement off that trial, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Last Lexus race extremely well and actually, after a good performance at Goulburn, head back to town and be competitive in a race at Menangle. Those times in the trial were quite good, so I can see it being ultra competitive on debut. That is in race 3, horse number 7, Last Lexus. Now, that brings us to the last. I'm going to have to make everyone wait until race number 9. And in the last event, I'm going to go with horse number 7, Financially Stable. Now, you could not have missed this horse's last run. Before we get to that, won 2 in a row in October, then ran midfield on 2 occasions and had excuses on both times, then comes to Menangle last time out. The horse goes back at the start, and then coming to the home turn in the blue and red colours, it's last. It gets to the outside, and watch it get home up the straight. Does a really good job on this occasion. The leaders were a long way in front and just continues to eat into that margin. Now, the final quarter, Leader to winner was 27.8. Financially Stable would have gone a lot quicker than that. And I think that run would suggest that the horse is just about ready to get back into the winners list. Now, importantly, the horse has only had the one run at Goulburn, and that was for a very impressive victory when the horse sat outside the leader and absolutely brained its rivals. So, horse does have some ability, and the last run at Menangle suggests it's not too far away. So that's horse 7, Financially Stable, in race number 9. That is a heat of the Waratah series. So that is Goulburn on Tuesday. 9 strong races. First event goes at 1 o'clock. Good luck if you're having a bet.